This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome to sports. I'm Jonathan Benson. The 2015 Popeyes Bahamas Bowl is all history now. The Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders gave the Western Michigan Broncos all they could handle for 3 quarters, and their wide receivers did most of the work. Richie James had 8 catches for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Christian Coolis, he added 2 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown to help the Blue Raiders enter the fourth quarter tied at 24-all. In that final quarter, though, Western Michigan struck early with a 68-yard touchdown pass from Zach Terrell to Daniel Braverman, and from there was no looking back. Western Michigan outscores Middle Tennessee 21-7 over the last 15 minutes to secure their first bowl win in school history, winning 45-31.
It's amazing. You know, we're a family. We work so hard together. We love each other with each other every day, and I couldn't appreciate everyone in this family enough. I want to thank everybody on the team, and you know what? It's been a fun ride.
From the college hardwood, Lou Rawls, Tum Tum Nairn, and the top-ranked Michigan State Spartans are undefeated on the season at 13-0. They have a few days off before starting Big Ten play next Tuesday. And earlier in the week, Tum Tum came home to surprise his family for Christmas. The Spartans floor general will be in town until Saturday, and we had a chance to catch up with them to see how it's been going so far this season.
I can always get better. I ain't satisfied. I mean, we're number 1 in the country. We just want to keep getting better, though. I just got to keep working on my offensive game, making sure I become a threat on the offensive end so I can help my teammates out.
Bahamian tennis standout Justin Roberts in the 2-4-2 for a few days, celebrating the holidays. Roberts is currently in his sophomore season at the University of South Florida, and before returning home, he spent a few weeks in the Dominican Republic playing in a couple of futures tournaments. In his last effort, Roberts advanced all the way to the quarterfinals, and he explains why playing in these tournaments are so important at this point in his young career.
My goal after school is to become a professional tennis player. I want to play pro tennis. So as much matches I can get at that level would just helps me gain more experience and raise my level so I can get to my goals later on.
Still talking tennis, professional coach Jim Lavender was in town recently assisting with our junior program. Lavender is the director of operations at the Johan Creek Tennis Academy in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he spoke about why he decided to branch out to the Bahamas.
I have a friend in the States that knows somebody on the board and said that they wanted to kind of get their tennis going again in the Bahamas. And I set up talks with the BLTA, and so they're all excited about trying to implement something new and aggressive and get things perked back up, with tennis, and kind of bring it together as a whole.
Lavender went on to speak about some of the drills and exercises the youngsters are put through.
We're doing a lot of developmental from ground up. We do a lot of concentration on footwork, and then developing their shot patterns and playing styles. We have 2 groups. We have an older group and a younger group. Ages 17 down to 5, and we also have a group that is training some of the top players in the Bahamas, like PJ Major, and some of the top groups is coming out and playing in the mornings before this developmental camp. So we have some of the best players in Bahamas here training.
With the young Bahamian tennis players showing so much enthusiasm about improving their game, Lavender says they have already put plans in place to ensure this kind of training is available on a more consistent basis.
We look to kick something off February 1st and do a full-time program here at the National Tennis Center. A daily program, a very structured program to help the kids, and we're want to implement going into the schools and getting a grassroots program started from the schools and then all the way up through to their federation players.
The Providence Basketball Club's Holiday Classic will get underway on Sunday at the C.I. Gibson Gym. Kevin K.J. Johnson is the tournament director.
We have 4 pools, 5 teams in each pools, and I mentioned 16 couple of weeks ago, but calls keep coming in, so we extended each pool a extra team that each team will have an extra game, which is good, because it's a long break over the Christmas break, and you give teams an opportunity to continue to get better and get ready for the second half of the season. Straight across the board is balance. Even in Grand Bahama, I think that Sir Jack Haywood and St. George's are one of the two top teams in Grand Bahama. They'll be coming down. So, and even in Nassau, when it comes to Doris Johnson, CC, Anatole, C.I. Gibson, if you don't come ready to play, you could be beaten at any given night. So that makes out to become a very good tournament.
In addition to the local teams, Redemption Christian out of New York will also be a part of the tournament, adding to the level of play.
A lot of Bahamian kids play on that team. The good thing about it, a lot of the parents at home will get to see their kids play, for the first time.
The Bull Reg Class C Regatta will open up the 2016 sloop sailing season in Georgetown, Exuma next week, and the competition is expected to be fierce.
At least 12 of them are top-notch boats, in fact champions. And so it's going to be a very exciting race, and Bull Reg got its hands full this year. Thunderbird will be there. I'm predicting that I'll win the Bull Reg Regatta. I'm taking down a very good team, and I'm going to make Bahama Breeze very proud. It's a new sponsor.
2016 is an Olympic year, and President of the Bahamas Olympic Committee, Wellington Miller, is looking for big things from the sport of boxing.
The gyms are getting pretty crowded again in the boxing arena, and we have some good, about what we call five of our elite amateur boxers who we expect to go far next year and possibly be on the Olympic team and be on the podium, because they're doing well and we're going to push them.
Wrestling is a fairly new sport to the Bahamas, and they're still suffering through some growing pains.
Generally, we just start off with the traditional karate club, and that expanded to the Rio Bone club that's in the Town Center Mall. And so those two clubs are going to be competing against each other. But of course, it takes much more than that to really build a viable system, and a system where you can have confidence that you're going to be building up the type of talent that you need to compete internationally. And so we have a long way to go, and this is why the school system is so important to us, because you can imagine if we were to have two clubs in two junior high schools or two senior high schools, and then build from there. We'll build exponentially.
And that will do it for sports. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas. A check on weather is still to come.